Hello friends, I'm Ravi and today we are going to talk about core Java. In this course, we are going to learn about core Java, its internal structure, how JVM, JDK and GRE is actually working. Then we learn about a OOPS concept, which is the inheritance, polymorphisms, abstraction, encapsulation, etc. Then we also going to learn about a looping structure as well as a conditional structure in Java. Then we have some inbuilt APIs. Then we are going to look about some of the debugging skills, working with the file IO, also working with some of the interface and regular expression or the things. Okay. So let's start for the first session. In today's session, we are going to learn about what is a core Java. It's the introduction, history, how Java came to picture, then Java's basic features which Java provides, and a simple sample example for which helps you to getting familiar with the Java. Okay. Yeah. So, what is a Java? Java is a programming language as well as a platform. In software industries, there is a two kind of platforms are available. First is a hardware platform, and second is a software platform. So, Java is a software-based platform which allow you to develop your own code. Okay, Java is a high-level, robust, secured, and object-oriented programming language. Java has its own GRE and API, and which make it a more flexible to develop your own structure and own code. According to Sun Microsystem, 3 billion devices run over Java, and there's a many devices like which Java is currently used. Let's say an example, there's a desktop application. Say well-known desktop application is antivirus, media player, Acrobat Reader, etc. We can also create a web applications using Java. There is the enterprise applications such as a banking application we can also develop using Java. Mobile applications, embedded system is also the things where Java is actually using right now. The smart card, robotics, games, etc. These are the things where Java is actually using. Okay. Second thing is history. Java history is very interesting. The history of a Java start from a green team. Java team members, also known as in a green team, initiate a revolutionary task to develop a language for digital devices such as a televisions and set-top box and which use it dynamically. Okay. James Gosling, James Gosling is the lead of that team, and he can, I mean, he created Java language with a team of Mike Streetin and Patrick and etc. in June 1991. Current stable version of Java is Java 8. There is a many different version which previously released from Sun Microsystem. Okay. Java features. Java is given many features, and they're also known as Java buzzwords. Uh, so features are like this. Java is a simple, secured, object-oriented, distributed, multi-threaded, interpreted, portable, robust, etc. Let's go one by one. Sorry. According to Sun, a Java language is a simple because its syntax is based on C++ and removing that confusing part which is explicitly pointers and operator overloading and etc. Java is object oriented. That means in a Java everything is treated as an object which has its own behavior and own properties. Uh, Object oriented came with that concept of an object class, then also provides very powerful concept which is inheritance, polymorphisms, abstractions, etc. Java is a platform independent. Platform independent in the term of like we can create our Java application in a Windows machine, and that application can run without any changes on a Linux machine or on a Mac machine, etc. So it's provide Vora features. Vora, that means write once and run anywhere. Okay. Then Java is a secured. Java is secure because there is a no explicit pointers are available. We can't directly interact with the memory that you can in term of when you are working with the C or C++. Java run inside that virtual machine that JVM provide. So it don't have a direct memory access, and it provides a much secure code. Java is a robust. Robust simply means strong. Java uses strong memory management. There is a lack of pointer and also provides that automatic garbage collection in a Java. The automatic garbage collection in the sense of like if you are working with any of very memory occupied resource like a file structure or something like that, in that case you don't need to take care of releasing the memory. Java take care by itself, while in term of other languages like C, you have to take care of the releasing the resources. Otherwise your code take your program took a very high amount of memory, and if you forgot to release them, then it your program might be crash. Then architectural neutral. uh, there is a no implementation of a dependent features in a Java. There is architectural neutral, like if you compare with the C language, then in a C language data type occupied a 2 byte of memory for 32-bit structure, while 4 byte of memory for 64-bit of structure. But that's not case in the Java. Everything is architectural neutral. You don't need to worry about either your end user system is a 32-bit or 64-bit. Java is a portable. We can carry a Java bytecode to any platform, as we discussed. Like it's platform independent. We can take your code from one machine to any other machine without any hesitation. Java is a distributed. Distributed in term of like Java provide a concept of RMI and EJB, that is a remote method invocation, and enterprise Java Bean, which is used for creating a distributed application. And we may access a file by calling the method from any other machine on the internet. In that case, like distributed in the term of like your complete application is distributed in a two or three different machines that provide a backend support and front end support like that, in which your complete application is distributed among the machine, and they are interacting with each others without any much of work, and that provides more stability. Okay. Last but not least, Java provide a multi-threaded. Thread is like a separate program that execute concurrently. We can write a Java program that deal with the many tasks simultaneously without interacting or without interfacing with each other. The main advantage of a multi-threading is that it doesn't occupy the merged memory each for each different thread. It shares that memory by multiple thread which one process have. It shared the common memory area, I can say. And multi-thread is very important for a web application kind of task. Yeah, that's all about Java features. Programming language. Java is a high-level programming language that, like in a Java, every syntax is in a human-readable format. Like if we talk about a conditional statement, its syntax is like if a condition become a true, then execute below line of code. Else, if condition is not true, then else part is going to execute. Same thing like if you are in a looping structure, we have a syntax like a while and in a condition. While that means until that condition becomes going to be a true or returning a true or true, your particular bunch of code is going to execute. That's why Java is a high level language. The thing is like that these high level languages are not going to understand by the computer or by machine. So we need to interpret it and compile it. So Java is also provide interpretation and compilation features by itself. So before executing your code, your before your application going to run, your code is going to compile and interpret it for your machine understandable code, and that machine understandable code is in a binary format, that is a zeros and ones. Here it is in a simple example for the Java. Like the thing is, we have a class, then a class name is a simple. This is a syntax of defining any class. We need to use a class with a C small and whatever your class name you want to give it. Then open curly braces and close curly braces. Everything inside this open curly brace and this closing curly brace is a part of that class. Everything defined inside that class can be executed and can be useful in that class. That is the scope, define is the scope. Then we have a main method. The syntax of main method is a public static void and main, and it took a string array argument, and we are just writing a system out.println and it prints some message like hello Java. Okay, let's understand by step what is these keywords and how it's actually useful. Okay, the class is a keyword is used to declare the class in a Java. Whenever a compiler interact with this class keyword, it identify like, okay, the below structure is treated as in a class. Okay, the public is an access modifier which is a used which is represent a visibility. It means it is visible to all if we define as in a public. There is other access modifiers also available, like protected and private. We will see in later on. Then a static is a keyword, and we can declare any method as a static, and that method known as a static method. So currently our main method is a static method, and the core advantage of a static method is like we don't need to create an object for executing or calling this main method. Then question arises like why we need an object in a Java, because Java is the object oriented programming language. Everything is treated as an object. If you want to execute any class or if you want to invoke any method from that class, then you have to create an object of that class first, and then only you're going to invoke that method. But if you write a static, then that method can directly invoke without creating that object, and that is a main benefit of providing a static. Void is a nothing but a return type. That means this main method is returning nothing. Void, that means returning null or nothing. It doesn't return any values. There is also return type we can use like integer or float or double or object itself. In that case, you have to put a last statement as a return and whatever the value that return type asking. Okay. Then main is nothing but a method name that compiler can identify and start execution of your program from main method. Okay. System out println is used for printing the statement. We will learn later about how it's internal working for a system out and println. So in a simple term, we can say like whenever compiler encounter this particular syntax like a public static void main, then it start execution of that program from this particular point, irrespective of either this method is written on a first or written on a mid level of your class or at the end of your class. Whenever compiler encounter the main method, it start execution from this method only. Yeah, that's it from today's session, and hope you have a clear understanding of the basic structure of Java and how, introduction and features and simple example. See you on our next class. Thank you. Bye.